Because sometimes men just need to be men. And sometimes we need to get together and talk about sweet baby Jesus and talk about politics and talk about guns. And we even need to go out sometimes and shoot guns as men for fun.
Now the whole truth with excellence. Shaping the rock on all the dark chairs like that. Heeding the words of the Holy.
What's up, guys? This is the Driving Catholic. I am taking my two nephews over to the park to play, but I wanted to talk to you guys about being a Catholic man, being a Catholic gentleman. So in today's world, we have this demasculization of men, and not just in the world, but also throughout the church. I mean, when you go into a parish office or you go and, volunteer, a majority of the people who work or volunteer in the church are women. The front desk, the schools, everything. Like, what happened to Catholic manhood? We are supposed to be the spiritual leaders. We're supposed to be the spiritual heads of not just the family, but the church. There's a reason why Jesus Christ chose his disciples, his apostles, as men. There's a reason why the bishops and the passing down of apostolic succession were men. Deacons are men. Men are supposed to be the leaders, and we have a drop-off in the... Oh, you know what? I went the wrong way. We have a drop-off in vocations. We have a drop-off... Well, actually, there's an increase in deacons, but we have a drop-off overall of men entering the religious life, the diaconate, the priesthood. And why? We need to be like the men of the Middle Ages. Chivalry, That is what we're called to. We're called to be like Christ. We're called to be men like Christ, to be servant leaders, not to follow. And yes, to be a good leader, you have to follow. You have to be humble. You follow your king in that sense, but not be like timid and not doing things that men are supposed to do, like stepping up and taking responsibility. Taking responsibility. How many men do not take responsibility for their children? And we have single moms out there raising their kids. It's absolutely insane. And that is not what Christ intended for man. That's not what God intended for man when he first created us in the beginning of time, in the beginning and the creation of the earth. Men, we need to pick up our rosaries and pray. We need to pick up our Bibles and study and teach. And I think I'm going the wrong way again. Christ intended us to be leaders of our family. We're supposed to lead our family in prayer. We're supposed to lead our communities at church and running ministries. That's why I joined the Knights of Columbus. The Knights of Columbus are there to protect and serve the church. We're supposed to protect orphans and widows, and we're supposed to teach the faith. And that's what, at least I'm doing with the Theology on Tap in this video here. So where are the men, right? Like, I tried to start a group called the G.K. Chesterton Pipe, Pint, and the Cross Club. Because sometimes men just need to be men. And sometimes we need to get together and talk about sweet baby Jesus and talk about politics and talk about guns. And we even need to go out sometimes and shoot guns as men for fun, so we know how to defend our lives and the lives of our family and the lives of those around us. We what?
Can't shoot guns because it's driving. You're supposed to be in the car.
Well, I'm not shooting in the car. I'm talking about in general, Eli. Like, at one point, well, I want to take you guys out shooting when you're a little older, or when Grandma says it's okay, because that's kind of what guys do. We go hunting, we go shooting, we go camping, you know, we talk about sports, we play sports, and at the end of the day, we come home and we pray and we do Bible studies and teach theology. So, there's a need for men to be men. And I think that's why there's that ministry called Catholic Gentlemen. And other websites out there. There's also a great non-religious website called The Art of Manliness. Some great articles in there on how to, on skills that every man should know. You know, how to pick a lock, how to shave with a single blade, how to tie knots, a bunch of other things. So, men, Catholic men, we need to man up, and we need to step up to the place where Christ intended us to be. The head of the family, the leaders of the church. And on a side note, vlogging. You know, it's not necessarily a manly thing, but a majority of the Catholic vloggers out there, young Catholic vloggers, are women. We're the men. Now, there used to be, you know, Gabriel, I think from Texas or something. He was great to watch, and we have a few priests and deacons, and there's married couples. That's great, you know. We have married couples doing vlogging, but where are the single Catholic men vlogging and talking about their faith and wanting to get together and share the Catholic art of manliness, right? Like, we need men to step up. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just, it must be the postmodern society where men are just being demasculated to not be men anymore. Like, being a man is a bad thing. What? We were created this way. We're supposed to be leaders. We're supposed to be strong. You know? There's a reason why. That you know, we're physically stronger because we're meant to carry a heavier load. You know, we're meant to go out and provide for our families. We're meant to go hunting for our families. We're meant to protect our societies and lead our societies. There's a reason why there's a physiological difference between man and women. And because we're built a certain way. We're built to be what God intended us to be. We're supposed to be imitators of Christ. And Christ leads the church. He created the universe. So, you know, I just want to encourage guys to step up. Embrace your calling. Embrace your manliness. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say today. So, you know, if you enjoy my videos, please go ahead and like this video on on Facebook. It's The Driving Catholic, at The Driving Catholic. My Twitter handle is Driving Catholic. My Instagram is The Driving Catholic. And if you could please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get my URL at the end to say The Driving Catholic. Right now it's just a bunch of letters and numbers, but for me to qualify to get The Driving Catholic onto my URL, I need to have at least 100 subscribers. So please share this video and subscribe. And at the end of the video, I'm going to have some other videos that I've posted. At the end of the video, I'm going to have some other videos that I have posted on YouTube. And sorry about that. That's my radar detector. There was a police officer driving by. And we can get into that a little later. So please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube page. Check out the other videos I'll be posting. And God love you. Peace.
We are the bearers of the truth, protecting it. So not a single heretic can step to this. O-R-T-H-O-D-O-X it is. We hold down the whole truth with excellence. We are the bearers of the truth, protecting it.